3. In all these 3 parts, whatever we have covered, I just recall once and then we have proceed for the our inversion. In first lecture of the kinematics of machinery, we were discuss about mechanics. Then mechanics are divided in 2 parts, that is dynamic and static. We discuss about the dynamic and static also, and then the types of dynamics are divided in 2 portions, that is the kinetics and kinematics. And at the end, we are focused on the kinematics. So we discuss one by one. After that, the terms which are unknown and which is very important as per the subject point of view, that is machinery, mechanism, machine, structure, mobility, movability, etc. We are discuss in detail with the proper example. After that, we discuss about kinematic link, pair, and chain with the classification of each and every type. Either it may be, if you talk about the pair, then it may be relative motion, or it may be nature of contact, or it may be a nature of mechanical constraint, right? So as per the pair classification, we are discuss, and we classify as per the uh, application point of view. After that, the chain is there, where there are 2 conditions that we discuss: L is equal to P minus 4 and J is equal to 3 by 2L minus 2, right? After that, when it may be considered as a lock chain, constraint chain, and unconstrained chain, that we were discussed, means if L is equal to P, in L is equal to P minus 4, if is equal to, then it called as a lock chain. If less than equal, if it may be equal to, then it called as a constraint chain. If greater than, then it called as a lock chain, and if less than, then it called as a unconstrained chain. Based on that, I was provide some examples, and based on that example, we prove that when the chain is considered as a lock chain or unconstrained chain or constraint chain. After that, the joints are divided in 3 parts: binary, ternary, quaternary. Very important, that is degree of freedom. Um, then we find the equation regarding Pushback criteria. If higher pair is 0, then what is the equation? And if higher pair is present, then what is the equation? 3 of L minus 1 minus 2J minus H is the equation. And there are some application of Pushback's criteria. Either it may be applied for the lower pair, it may be applied for the higher pair. There are some examples that we discuss. And same way, the difference between plan mechanism and spatial mechanism are discussed by me. So at the end, machine are divided, or we are considered that totally machine can manufacture in this way: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and at the end we assemble the machine. Then the important point is inversion of mechanism, at where in the previous lecture we discussed that we know that the when mechanism is created, when only any one link is fixed. But if we change, or we are fixing a different kind of link, then it called as a inversion of mechanism. It may divide in 3 parts: forward chain, slider crank chain, and double sided crank chain. Okay, initially we start with the forward chain, which may divide in uh, beam engine, couple locomotive engine, Watt's indicator mechanism, pantograph, and Ackermann's steering gear mechanism. And based on that, we are divided in first, second, and third inversion. The parallelly we talk about the Grashopp's law, where the summation of smallest and largest link is less than or equal to remaining 2 link, then it call as a, or it fulfill the Grashopp's law. Okay, so based on that, we are discussing with proper figures. Now, at the end, in previous lecture, talk about the different kind of forward chain mechanism, where how beam engine can work. We know that beam engine can convert rotary motion into reciprocating motion, while coupling rod give us the rotary motion in the rotary motion. And if you talk about the Watt's indicator mechanism, when one initial condition is given to you, and at the end we are get the another final condition with the help of plunger and cylinder pressure. That is the end of the inversion of forward chain mechanism. After that, we will proceed for the single side crank mechanism inversion. It may divide in reciprocating engine inversion, reciprocating compressor, Whitworth quick return motion mechanism, rotary engine, crank and slotted lever mechanism, oscillating cylinder, bull engine, and pump engine. Based on that, it may divide in first, second, third, and fourth inversion, right? And we will discuss about each and every inversion with the proper description in the previous lecture. Either it may be reciprocating engine, reciprocating compressor, Whitworth quick return motion mechanism, where we know that the cutting stroke require the more angle than return stroke, and as per that we get the ratio between alpha and beta. So every time beta should be smaller than alpha, because alpha is the cutting stroke while the beta is the return stroke. And same way it may apply for the slotted lever mechanism also. Rotary engine, where it may use for the 7 or 9 cylinder engine, where rotary motion convert in the reciprocating motion. Same way, rotary motion is converting oscillating motion in the third inversion. After that, the fourth inversion, I think that may be not we were complete because there is some time constraint. If you see in the fourth inversion, then it is one example. We are considered a pendulum pump or bull engine. We are considered as a fourth inversion. If you see in the diagram, then cylinder is given to you, which may be fixed. Okay, these things, this cylinder already it may mention with the hatch line. So the cylinder is fixed, and this crank, it may be slide. Okay, the cylinder means the fourth link 4 is fixed, while the link 2, or we are considered that a crank may be slide. Parallelly on that time, what happened? Link 1 means piston. You can see in the diagram, link 1 means piston and piston rod. Piston and piston rod reciprocate vertically inside the fixed link. Okay, it may be reciprocate. It may be reciprocate inside the fixed link. I just show you with the arrow in this cylinder. So fixed link is 4, while link 2 and link 3 will oscillate at the same time. These two are oscillate at the same time, and on due to that we are get the motion in link 1, which may be reciprocate vertically. Okay, so these kind of mechanism are mostly provided in hand pump. You can just see the figure. In the old time, it may be used to get the water from the earth. How you know very well that this is the output and input is at here. So driver can apply this cylinder is fixed. Okay, this cylinder is fixed, but this piston can reciprocate vertically. Parallel this is a connecting rod, and connecting rod and crank. So we are just give the oscillation with the help of driver, and with the help of this, that driver may link with the piston. So piston may reciprocate, and with the help of this reciprocating motion, we are get the output as a water. Okay, so this is the one of the good example of force inversion, where we get the output with the oscillation motion and with the help of sliding motion of the or reciprocating motion of the piston. Now the last one, that is inversion of double side crank chain. in double Stoddard chain, you can just see the first figure, which is very easy to understand that both sides it may be slide, right? It means the sliding motion is applying not only one side, but it may be produced in two sides. Then it's called as a double Stoddard mechanism. And this is the example of Koch-Yoke mechanism. I just briefly classify double Stoddard mechanism in three parts. The first is the elliptical tremor, second is the Koch-Yoke mechanism, and third one is the Oldham mechanism. Okay, these three are the example of double Stoddard mechanism. And you have to find, as I already giving you the exercise that in inversion of forward chain mechanism, which are the types, inversion of single Stoddard mechanism, which are the types, and inversion of double Stoddard mechanism, which are the types. Each type requires some example. So you have to ready with some example that is mandatory for each and everybody. Okay, so you keep with you the examples of each and every practical example of each and every mechanism which is already available. Okay, but you have to find, so your funda may be clear regarding the inversion of mechanism. Okay, now start with the first, that is elliptical tremor. You can just see the diagram which is giving the dotted, or we can say the dotted motion, the path of dotted motion, which is considered as a elliptical. I will show you the animation also. Then you probably understand that how it considered as elliptical path. Here, if you see the diagram, then link 4. This is the link 4. This is the link 4. Okay, link 4 is fixed and it has two straight grooves. Okay, there are in link 4 there are two straight grooves. Both are with right angle to each other. Link 2. If you see the link 2, then link 2 where AB, link 2 where AB forms a turning pair with slider connected at A and B. Link 2 forms turning pair कहाँ पे, which may connected with point A and point B. Both are considered as a turning pair. If we consider any point on that link, considered as a P, except center point of link 2, we are not considered that the center point of this AB, but any point on AB, we are right now, it may not be center point. So that is the extension of link 2 will be, if we give the motion of A in the lower side and motion of B in this negative side, then the motion of point P will trace with an ellipse. Okay, I just show you with the animation, then it may be properly understood by you. But when it comes in lower side and when it goes in the left side, due to that, the motion of the P, which we are traced the point, then it may be the motion, the path may be considered as a elliptical path. Okay, same thing we are explaining here. Suppose AB is the link where P is the any point that may consider, or that may be the one point of the path of the ellipse. Okay, so X, this is the X, the distance from point P on x-axis and the distance of point P on y-axis. So we are considered that X is equal to if this may be theta, right now we are considered that this may be theta, then X is equal to AP cos theta. X is equal to what happened? It may be AP cos theta, and Y is equal to BP sin theta. Okay, X is equal to AP cos theta, or we are considered that Y is equal to BP, I just show you with BP sin theta. We know the trigonometry equation for cos theta and sin theta. So based on that, cos theta is equal to, we consider that cos theta is equal to x by AP. Okay, cos theta is equal to what happened? X by AP. And sin theta is equal to what happened? Y by PR. Sorry, Y by BP. Y by BP. So based on that, we are considered that x is equal to AP cos theta and y is equal to BP sin theta. It means that x by AP, x by AP is equal to cos theta and y by BP is equal to sin theta. Or we are considering, if you are take the square of from on both sides, squaring and adding on both sides, then we are get that x square divided by AP square plus y square, x square divided by AP square plus y square divided by BP square is equal to sin square theta plus cos square theta. We know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1 and x square upon AP square plus y square upon BP square is equal to 1. This is the equation of an ellipse that we know in 11th and 12th standard and also in engineering graphics. This is the equation of ellipse. So we are considered that the path that which generated by the elliptical tremor is ellipse. If it may ask in your exam, then you have to draw the figure and after that explain in this way and also prove that the path may be considered as an ellipse. Now second inversion, as initially we drawn the figure and we show you one figure that is that example of Scotch-Yoke mechanism. You can see the diagram where the link 1 is fixed, link 2 it is the driving crank, while this third link may be slide. Okay, the third link may be slide and fourth link is known as it's a slotted arm. The slot is there, it may be slotted arm. Okay, if we just fixing link 1, so we are get the double strider crank chain. Here crank 2 is rotates, crank 2 is rotates, and link 3, or we are considered just slider, can slides inside the slotted arm. Okay, link 2 is rotate. Right now it may be rotated in the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so link 2 is rotate about from the point P, about point P, and slide means link 3 slides inside the slotted arm, while on that time link 4 is considered as a slotted arm. Link 1 which may guide the link for slotted arm link. Okay, mechanism mostly used to convert rotary motion into reciprocating motion. When it may be used when we have to convert rotary motion in the reciprocating motion, then we are preferred to use the Scotch-Yoke mechanism. Very important third one is Oldham coupling mechanism. Oldham coupling mechanism if you see the diagram, then you understand that there are two center lines given to you, which are not in collinear condition. Okay. The Oldham coupling, or we are considered that the inversion of double strider mechanism, Oldham coupling can be obtained by fixing link 2, or we are considered the supporting frame. or we are consider the supporting frame. If we are fixing the supporting frame, then it may be generate Oldham coupling. This coupling is used to connect two parallel. You can see it here, the center line of two shaft, two parallel and non-coaxial, whose axes are have small distance, between each other. So sometime it may ask in your exam also, okay, what is the function of Oldham coupling, or when we have preferred to use Oldham coupling, or if you want to connect two parallel and non-coaxial shaft, then which kind of coupling are used? Okay, so you remember the answer. Same way, when we generate this inversion, when this supporting frame are considered as a fixed link, then it known as a Oldham coupling, or we can consider that the inversion of double-sided mechanism. Driving shaft means link 1 is connected to the flange. Yes, you can see at here the diagram, which is very clear at here. Link 1 driving shaft is connected. This is link 1. Okay, I just show you with the arrow. So link 1 connected, and driven shaft is connected to the flange, or we have considered that link 3. Okay, link 1, and you can see here, this is link 3. So flange, this is link 1. Link 1 is connected with link 3. You can see it here. The one slot is given to you. It is the slot, and this is the arrangement. Link 1 is engaged with link 3. So this flange and this flange, it means link 1 and link 3 are connected. An intermediate piece, or we can say that link 4, which is known as intermediate piece, has two projections at right angle to each other on opposite side of the intermediate piece. So due to that, what happened? Frame 2 definitely is the fixed in condition, while link 1 and link 2 having turning pair. Link 1, you can see the link 1 and link 2, wherever it may be intersect, there is turning pair, and they are diametrical slots. There is, the slot is like diametrical slot. If you seen in the top elevation, then it look like this, but if you see in the top view, then it look like the actual shape. So it may be the diametrical shape. So intermediate piece can slide this intermediate piece, or we are consider this, or we are say about this intermediate phase. Okay, it may be slide inside the slot in both flange. Okay, either we are talk about the link 1 or link 3. Both side it may be slide. Okay, so motion will transmit from driving shaft. Motion will transmit from driving shaft to flange 1. Driving shaft to flange 1 or link 1. Flange 1 to intermediate phase or intermediate piece or link 4, and intermediate piece or link 4 to flange 3, and from flange 3, or we are considered the link 3 to driven shaft. Okay, so link 1, 3 and 4 have the same angular velocity at every instant. Okay, so maximum sliding speed of each projection that we know very well, V is equal to R into omega. Okay, so peripheral velocity of the center of disc, along its circular path will give the velocity of sliding of projection of their intermediate piece. So kitni hogi? It may be the velocity of intermediate piece, that is equal to the motion of the peripheral velocity of the center of the disk. Okay, so these are the three part of inversion. After the straight line mechanism, before start the straight line mechanism, I want to show you the animation of inversion, which may very helpful to you to understand that how all the inversion and how the system can work actually. Hope so the slide may be visible to you. Wait a minute. This is the mechanism of forward chain. There is one link is fixed and remaining links as per the given force, it may be oscillate or it may be slide. Same way, inversion of forward chain mechanism, as we were discussing this slide. rotary motion is converted in rotary motion in beam engine. So this is the example of inversion of 4-bar chain mechanism. Yes, rotary motion into reciprocating motion. In 2D figure, it is somewhat difficult to understand, but the 3D figure is shown you in proper way. So this is the animation performed by Praveen Singh. The pantograph. Which may use to enlarge the diagram. You can see that in red side, it may draw on the smaller circle and we get the zoom portion in the red side. Now, the next inversion, you get the path. Inversion of slide crank chain. As currently we are discuss that how hand pump is work. Okay, so same thing you can visualize with this animation. Okay, you just observe that there is one valve is there. So when it come outside, then valve is open and water is come from the earth. Crank and slaughter return mechanism. In previous lecture, we had discussed about slaughter mechanism. You can observe that return stroke may be comparatively faster because it's ideal stroke and non-cutting stroke. Hope so you understand that this is a diagram of which mechanism? It's a rotary motion mechanism or rotary engine. How it works, that it may explain with the animation. That's why animation is important. You actually understand. For that, they use the cross section also. Now, yes, the elliptical portion we are considered in the vertical way, but here they may explain you with the horizontal way. But the funda is same. We are get the point P, not on the center, but except from the center, and whichever the path generated, that is elliptical. Skocek mechanism. Okay, same funda is also used here. It may be slide on that time. You can see here the slot is there. This horizontal slot. It is called as a link 1. Okay, and it is the cross section, which is very easy for understand. Oldham coupling. It is look like exactly like this, where two parallel shaft. There is two parallel shaft, but not in the collinear conditions. Okay, so on that time we are trying to use. You are consider here the flange and intermediate phase also. Okay, so two flanges and the yellow is the intermediate phase. It is called as a link 4, and the motion is transmitted from black to green, green to yellow, yellow to blue, and once again on the sine side. Okay, so okay, regarding inversion, if you have query, then you may comment me or you may directly contact me at any time. But there is one question from my side, that everybody have one or two examples of
Hey, yes, you.
Each and every inversion, as I discussed earlier. So it is giving you the better idea. Already you understand with the help of inversion, but if you find some example, then you are getting, or you may also develop your own mind, and you may also get the how it may benefit, or how, where you can implement this all inversion, okay, practically. So if you have query, then regarding inversion, then you may contact me or you comment on the comment box. This is the end of the inversion.